Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CZCW Coastal Zone Championship Wrestling. This is our biggest show of the year, technically. Well, not technically, literally, but I don't always book it as such. But I tried to do something special this episode. This is Welcome to the Coastal Zone, 2017, and let's get right into the show. So we're going to kick things off with the Air Attack Weasel in the ring, and he is going to say that tonight is his masterpiece, his super card, if you will. Welcome to the Weasel Zone. And tonight, shockingly, he doesn't have a match. So, anybody out there right now who wants to get a main event shot, and Marcus Flores of Oli fame, he's a big star down in Mexico, comes out. He says, Weasel, you know, I've heard you running your mouth. I've heard and I've seen what you've done to this place, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So if there's anything I can do to help out these people here in the Coastal Zone, if there's anything I can do here to help out the great state of California, well, you know, Weasel's going to be to take that Coastal Zone Championship from you, and tonight, I'm going to do it. So tonight, in the main event, folks, it is official. The Air Attack Weasel will take on Marcos Flores, excuse me, I might have been saying Marcus. They probably will sound similar, for the Coastal Zone Championship. And we're going to head right into a very hyped up matchup, as it has been announced on CZCW.com that opening up tonight's show, in a steel cage match, meaning no real cheating possible, Miguel Rivera will be forced to take on Al Coleman in a war to settle the score. And consider it settled, as after 9 minutes 55 seconds, Miguel hits Al with a shot in the dark. Covers him. 1, 2, 3. Miguel Rivera has shocked the world, not only upping Al Coleman with his mind, but seemingly also upping Al Coleman with his in-ring ability. Obviously, Al Coleman out-wrestles Miguel, but Miguel is obviously a very better fighter than Al is, and this comes to a bit of a shock to not only us as viewers, but also to Al. Al's kind of like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did he just beat me? Really? Jesus, wow. And so, yeah, Miguel Rivera picks up a massive victory and kind of puts a close to this chapter of his career. Miguel cuts a promo, actually, assuring us of this, and he says, there you go, Al. Alright, you thought you could beat me with my back against the wall, where I had no resources, but there's one thing you gotta know: when you back me into a wall, I'm gonna come out swinging. And Al, you know, you can go around and you talk about how you're the shit, how you're the best wrestler in Coastal Zone. That might be true, but at the end of the day, the one thing that matters is how hard you can hit, and nobody can hit harder than Miguel Rivera. We quickly head into another match that was kind of announced on CZW.com. It's the tag team match that has been made official. It's a Coastal Zone tag team match, meaning, of course, that there are 2 singles matches followed up by a tag team match. The tag team match is, of course, only a tiebreaker. I probably explained that terribly. Basically, there are 2 singles matches between different competitors. Each team picks one member. Each team picks a member to fight another member of the other team. Okay, does that make sense? No, it doesn't at all. So, shit, how the hell do I explain this? Hopefully you guys understand how this works. We have 2 teams. The first guy on each team chooses a guy with the number 1. Both of these guys fight in a contest. Whoever wins that gives their team a point. Then the people who are number 2s will fight. Whoever wins that gives their team a point. If one certain team goes up 2-0 in the 2 starting singles matches, then they are the new tag team champions. If it is 1-1, then we move to a 2-on-2 tag team match to break the tie. And we open up with Jackpot Jordan defeating Bullseye in 6 minutes 13 seconds by pinfall with the cash-in. We've obviously seen, though, that Bullseye is probably the weak link, I would say, between him and Waylon Walls. Bullseye isn't too great at standing on his own 2 feet yet, but you never know. He might come around eventually. But yeah, this gives Rich and Famous the 1-0 lead. And with this, will they be able to capitalize and become tag team champions, or will we move to the tiebreak? And just like that, Jake Idol puts away Waylon Walls in 10.5 minutes by pinfall with a reality check. And so, the new Coastal Zone Tag Team Champions, Jackpot Jordan and Jake Idol, celebrate in the ring with their tag team titles. So we've just had a big title change. Could we be looking at a similar one in our main event tonight? Possibly. But yeah, this definitely comes as a shock. Waylon and Bullseye looked to be firing on all cylinders, and they just get cut down here by Jordan and Jake. And it's interesting to note that they were dispatched pretty easily. And we'll have to see how Bad Reputation reacts to this. Then we have that amazing handicap match that was hyped up, and Johnny Perez gets it done. The handicap match against Flash Sparrow. Johnny Perez beats 2 men alone. And he hits American Flash by pinfall with the triple jump tornado DDT. Laying out the American Flash, picking up the 1-2-3, and besting both members of Flash Sparrow. And afterwards, American Flash and Matt Sparrow have an argument in the ring. And it looks like they're trading blows and trading words. And they look clearly pissed with each other. They've just lost to one dude. How do you do that? Sparrow grabs a mic and he says, you're going to go around, you're going to bitch and complain that I'm not holding up my side of the deal, that I'm not the one who's putting his effort in this, and yet you give me that. You just lost to one guy with me having your back. You know what, Flash? Fuck you. I quit. I'm done. I'll go work somewhere else, away from you. You fucking inept piece of shit. And Sparrow just flips the mic and leaves. And the Flash is kind of like, oh. Shit, that wasn't good. Yeah, so Matt Sparrow has just quit Coastal Zone Championship Wrestling. Wow, so we've lost 2 pretty significant members of the roster in pretty rapid succession, in Great Gosh and Matt Sparrow. And I will just quickly say, outside of character, Matt Sparrow is just actually leaving the company. He's not being signed to anywhere. I just don't really see the need for him anymore. So, yeah. Jumping quickly back into character. Simon Waves cuts a promo in the ring, and he says, Tonight, the Weasel has made his best attempt to stamp me out. He hears the roar of the tide in the distance. It may be small now, but it will grow. I promise you it will grow. And so tonight, I'm going to do the same thing that he did, Weasel. There was a tag team not too long ago that still works here. They're guys who I know pretty damn well. They say, anything you can do, I can do better. And Weasel, I don't want to do anything you do. Where the hell was this promo going? What the hell was the point of this? I don't know. That was weird. Ignore everything I just said, alright? We're restarting. Anyways, Simon says, tonight, I haven't been given a match. And that's something that hurts me a little bit. But I know the guy who books the show, and that's the Air Attack Weasel. And I know that the Weasel knows that I'm gunning for him. And I know that the Weasel is afraid of me, and he has the right to be afraid of me. Because to be honest, guys, I fight harder than anybody else on this roster does, and I hope I can show that every single night I go out there. So tonight, I'm going to give an opportunity. Because that's how this all started. That's how this all started for me. Donny Jay took a chance. He went out on a limb. And he said, hey, look at that Simon kid. Why don't we give him a shot? And look where I am now. I'm much more successful than I ever thought I could be. So anybody who wants to come out, come on out. Let's put on a great wrestling match. And actually, we're going to quickly change Simon Wave's gimmick. Got an average rating. That's all right. Anyways, and who will be accepting the challenge? It's Hijo Roja. And shit, I think I have his entrance. As I was just saying, I think I have his entrance in the wrong spot. So that's going to be awkward whenever it pops up. But we'll roll with it, all right? We'll make it work. So Simon Waves is indeed able to best Hijo Roja. Espada is from Oli as well. You know, we got a couple of Mexico guys here. Maybe traveled up with Flores, maybe. But Simon is able to put him away about 12.5 minutes by pinfall with the big one. And the two of them shake hands after the match. Clear respect between these guys. El Hijo does seem to control most of the match, but Simon just keeps battling back. El Hijo, gets... I guess I shouldn't say El Hijo, because really, that's not his name. I'll go with Roja. Roja pretty much knocks Waves down, but Waves gets back up. The tide keeps coming in, and Simon Waves picks up the victory. And then Roja just kind of like walks out again, and then we're kind of confused, and he goes backstage again. And we quickly have this monster again, the Perdition, and he just murders Chet Chavez, just drops him, beats him by pinfall. A second rope backbreaker, finally got that in, and very, very impressive showing from Perdition. He grabs a mic and he says, you know, the Air Attack Weasel, that man, he broke me out of prison. I was stuck in a prison in my home, in my home country of Argentina. And of course, you know, he's in like an Argentinian type accent or whatever. I'm not going to do the accent just because I don't see the need to. But he says, that man knows far more than any of you people ever will. He has sources inside and out. And you wait for them. Wait for them to pop up. Because I have seen it with my own eyes. The Weasel has a grand plan for all of this. He always has. Pay attention. You're not going to want to miss what he has up his sleeve. So the Perdition hyping up the Weasel, and the Weasel has this grand plan, I guess. I don't totally know what the idea is, but I don't know. The Perdition seems to think that the Weasel has a plan of some sort. A plan for what? A plan for Coastal Zone? A plan for the Perdition? A plan for Chet Chavez? Like what's the deal here? And we quickly move to the ring as Marcus Flores makes his way to the ring for our main event of the evening. In a 63C, the Air Attack Weasel defeats Marcus Flores in 16:27 by pinfall with an Air Attack Ace. Air Attack Weasel makes defense number 2 of his Coastal Zone Championship. So Flores starts off the match and kind of toys with Weasel. You can see that he feels super, super confident that he's got this. And then that confidence slowly starts to shrink away as the Weasel starts to outclass Flores in certain parts, even like basic wrestling parts. Something that we've obviously seen, the Weasel isn't a great technical wrestler. He's a brawler with a bit of a high-flying edge. And Weasel's actually able to grapple with Flores for a little bit. He's able to keep up with him. At the end, yeah, Flores does tend to get the upper hand, but the Weasel keeps up with him in most places. And what really gets the Weasel going is a chain of brutal strikes that he gets on Flores, that kind of weakens him down to the point in which he can move in for an Air Attack Ace. And so, yeah, that's our main event of the evening. A 50D plus as the Air Attack Weasel's in the ring with Perdition at ringside. Donny Jay comes out to, I don't even remember, I think it's a song by 6 a.m. You can check the themes playlist if you care. And Donny Jay comes out to the ring, and he says, "I'm back. And Weasel, I know you beat me once, but that's once. One action doesn't make or break a person. Or should I say, Weasel. Air Attack, I want a match. I want a rematch for my Coastal Zone Championship. I've talked to a damn otherworldly force that has told me what must be done. I've seen with my own eyes what's going to happen." And the Weasel's kind of like, what the fuck is this guy on? What's he talking about? Is he okay? Donny Jay says, "Weasel, I want you for that championship." And the Air Attack Weasel is kind of like, "Well, Donny, you can have me for the championship. Really, you can. Anytime you like. But you'll have to earn it. Sorry, Donny, we don't give handouts here. Not to people like you. People who are handed success. Not in my Coastal Zone. In my Coastal Zone, you work for your opportunities." And that's the end of Welcome to the Coastal Zone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed booking it a little bit. I definitely enjoyed getting in some of the Oli guys, kind of expanding the horizon of maybe your guys' thoughts on the Confederation of the Territories, because Oli is part of the Confederation of Territories, the Mexico territory, if you would say so. And it's definitely fun to see that kind of thing, I guess, to bring in guys like that, have them for one-offs, maybe even bring them in full-time. I have no plans right now bringing either Marcus or Roja in for long-term deals, but we could see in the future what it holds. I just don't totally think. I think Roja might fit the style, but I don't think Marcus really does. But then again, we'll see. We'll always see. There's always room for something to change. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are looking forward to our next episode, which the name escapes me, but we'll try. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. This is Silly Tuck, signing out.